Well, hello everybody. Little check-in. Yeah, we're down here still in the war room section of Man Cave. It be a new year, and we started off the new year with a bang. Say la vie to 2025. I don't know. It had to be that good to go down one of my worst years, but yeah, we had a nice little win on DraftKings to kick off the new year, and therefore I am taking me a couple days off. Uh, Actually, I've had a couple days off. I was back at it today, but we got an early day because we got some stuff going on. I got to get a window fixed on a truck. We're waiting for the old window repairman to get here. Anytime between noon and 4. So, you know how that goes. Blow your whole day. So, we're down here. We're going to take a little bit on it, give you a little drop in. We're still down here. We're going to give this command cherry about another week or so. We're, like I said, biting at the bit to get to ELAO 1807. We still have to, I haven't printed out the 1.5 version rules, I think is what they're saying. And supposedly the player aid cards are wrong. So you got to get something printed out. And maybe I think Alexander from the player aid guys he was going to put it over the actual card. I don't know if it comes out the same size. I'll have to look into it, research. But yeah, we got a little bit of game maintenance to do before we even dive into the battles of Napoleon. And I found out that I think the old, what is the name of the company? Sound of Drums or something. They have 3 games out. I've checked them out. They all look nice, but as slow as things go around here. Yeah, well, I don't know if we'll ever get to them, but they did look very interesting. So I think it says Volume 1. I think they do have Volume 2 out now. And they have a couple other games besides the ones with Napoleon. But anyway, we are back here, and unfortunately, we are still on card number 1. God. We're having a good time at it. I just thought I'd give you a drop in. Like I said, we're going to get us a little bit more. I'm having fun with this game. We got it. We know it front and back to where you can actually know what happens in certain other phases of the game and try to angle yourself for those phases to where when you're just blindly going through it and stumbling through the phases, you don't know what you're doing. So we got a little bit of a strategy going on here. Right now, let me give you just a little look here. This is old Mr. Toppin's AI display, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. I mean, he's got a way to these here die rolls are what randomizes all these events or these actions that the enemy could take. And then you start off with the one on top, and you have to find out which enemy is going to be, the one taking the action. Then once you narrow that down, you get the randomized, and you always go for the one on top as the action they'll be taken. Fortunately for us, we were in this beginning phase, and whenever we have to, there's certain benefits to being early in the game. Now, we're not so early as to where the war actions don't count. That beginning of the game, the war actions were negated by the fact that they had a lot of stuff going on in Europe, and they didn't have enough logistics to carry on with these, and encroachment. I think there are other ones that are null and void. You spend the points. That's what these are here. But you get a benefit. You get a Benny. Then nothing happens. We're past that. So when you do flip these over, war happens as it did there with the tribes that are north. Now that's where we're at right now, is the war column phase. So their little war column, they call it, are enemy forces from the north. Now you can see here that war 6 means that's the strength that they're going to start out with. Since then, attrition and time has passed, and they're going down to maybe, let's just call it, they had 6 members in that war party. They only got 4. And there's a war column phase. What else we got going on here? Just give you a quick look. Here, these success counters represent, I think, luck. If you can measure luck in a counter, they had a lot of good luck in this settlement A. You can see settlement A is the main settlement. These other ones are just starting up, just like any other settlement. Here they got their war chief. He's really high ranked. let's see, on this table, their ranking, and so on and so forth, the newer settlements. Not so much so, but everybody's got to start out somewhere. This kind of represents the wisdom of your civil chief and your military chief on each settlement. This is settlement A, B, or C, otherwise known as rancherias in the game. But there you go. That's where we're at here now. We're not doing too bad. Here you guys see we got a bunch of horses. That's the main thing with the Comanches. Food, bisons, these are all of our resources. We've got a bunch of captives. We've had some bunch of luck raiding, and you almost need that. These here, trade goods, and hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. That was the window technician calling to say he's on his way. So there you go. That's good. That's why I had to take most of the day off today, is because I want to get that window repaired. Had someone try to break into my truck up at our local shopping mall. It ain't going to be a shopping mall for long. Shopping malls are a thing of the past. And this one is too, but we still went there just to get a pretzel. And came out, and yeah, somebody tried taking off with my truck. Luckily, he didn't get away with it, although he did stick I think a screwdriver in the ignition and it's all messed up. I got to get it repaired. It won't even run. So we're got to get the window they knocked out repaired first, and then get the little ignition piece. But anyway, so this won't be a long session, as are always the case in this channel. All right, so we got a war column coming on in. Anything else we need to see? We do bolster our culture and military points. When these two get down to 0, game over. So you just want to make sure you get those bolstered up there. We could use some action points. The enemy has no available action points on this table and none here, so he won't be doing much, which is good. It gives you a little breather. But right now, we're at the war column phase, and it is a 4-member band of enemy tribes from the north. Now, he says they're from Canada, but they're here. This is Oklahoma, so they've worked their way down. So there you go. We'll check this out. Oh, reshuffle card. So we have to reshuffle this whole deck, and we'll be right back. All right, we're all set with our brand new war deck, and this will tell us what we need to do with our army. Now, right here is the movement part of it. You see here it says south and west, and it doesn't have a gray line, so that means we got away with one. They're not going to move, but they're right outside. We're not out of the woods yet, but in our movement part, there's only a spot here for the south to move or the west to move if you have a war column. So we skirted one there. Now we'll roll for his attrition. I think he needs a 4 or greater to not lose anybody to attrition. He gets a 2. That means he goes down to a 3. There you go. Now we'll pick another war card. And this time we'll read the text part of it, the bottom, the war event. Countermeasures action, surrender captives. After a band possessing 1 or more captives is marked as finished in a war space. So a war space is where you have a war column and my troops. Or there's a conflict. There's no conflict. That means this card here is null and void. So that'll be it. We're done with the war column phase. Now we're going to my operation selection. This is where you get to choose what you're going to do. Let me look around. I think it might be a good time for a planning. We got our culture up. Planning is where you use all these success counters. If you don't use them, you could lose them. So it's good to use them before some kind of passage of time comes where you have to put them all back in the cup, which is fine. But I want to get credit for my good luck. Although, man, it's kind of a bear because he's already jacked up there. He's already jacked up to 6 or 5. And a lot of times when they get jacked up this high, they die. When you get this wise, you're usually pretty old, and you ain't long for this world, as I like to say. So there you go. That's how this Joel Toppin has designed this game. All right, we're having a great time here. We have managed to get to the second card, but them war columns are killer. Enemy forces are killer, and they start coming in from every angle, and it's basically a game of how well you lose, I think is what it is. If you can make it up to these development decks, I'm not really sure. I mean, I've made it up to development deck 2, but only for maybe 1 or 2 draws, and then the game ended. Never made it up to development 3 or 4. I think if you get up to development 4, you need some kind of a monetary award, because that's But we're on our way. We're having a great time when we get a chance. Like I said, not too much time here today. We're going to be out of here, I said, in about 15 minutes. But till then, I'll be right back. I'm going to find out what I want to do with my tribe. When I start, I can flip all these guys over to ready. And whichever one, you can only use one of these. So I'll just find out if I want to activate settlement A, B, or C. Settlement A. Settlement B. Or settlement C. There's my settlements. As far as victory conditions go, if we had to have a victory check right now, I think I'd fail because I do believe, yeah, the enemy has, even though he's ravaged, he's been pillaged and stuff by my forces. He's still there. So we need him off, and then we'll be good because we'll have a control of Upper Arkansas. Also, to be honest with you, I was going to say we would have control of Llano Estacado or whatever it is. But he slipped in a expansion tribe on us, so we don't have control of this. It's all this one color here. And yeah, we have our band in there now. Let me see what our third one is. Yeah, this one's not too good. He's got two of them. Although one's an ally. When they're allies, they don't count against having control. So we really have control. We're only just eliminating one tribe away from controlling 3 areas. And that's pretty good. For victory check 1, all you need is control of 1 area and a tribe in 2 other areas. So once we get that taken care of, we'll way past that. But till then, yeah, we are losing. All right, we'll be back, find out what kind of operation I want to do with my men. If I want to have a culture planning, it's really culture planning. And play the operations counter. Isn't a must do, blah, blah, blah. The player must conduct a passage of operation. All right, passage of time. But we're good. We don't have to go there yet. Although we've had our share. And there's nothing wrong with the passage of time. It's just that the game goes on and certain things expire. It's just part of the game. But anyway, we don't want to go there yet because it could be a victory check. And we're not ready. And you can see here, when that passage of time marker hits those numbered markers, well, when it comes time for a passage of time and it's on a numbered marker, you got to roll that number higher to escape the victory check. But like I said, we're losing now. We'll be right back. All right, well, hello again. And again, it has been a while since we've had a chance to record. We've progressed on the game. We have made it to 1750. We have finally got out of the year 1749 after about, well, this is the second time I've gotten into this card since I've opened up this game and started this little segment of these plays. I think this is game number 5 or 6. We finally got out of it. We're looking really good. As a matter of fact, we passed our victory check objectives. Hence we were able to flip to this next card. You don't get this card until you pass your victory check. So we survived. And let you see over here, we have control. Areas of control are essential to this game, and you control them by areas. He's got the areas marked here in color, so we got the purple area to ourselves, and we have rancherias in other areas, but we don't have control of them because you can see there's opposition tribes. We're now going to concentrate on the next victory condition, and that is to eradicate and give us the control of another area. This is the next one on the list because it has the fewest settlements to rage or ravage. And here you go. You can see here. I think it's Red River, isn't it? Yeah, Lower Arkansas has 3. We'd have to eradicate. But Lower Arkansas, we just got done with the turn where yeah, the northern tribes are pretty well in control. And that represents probably our nearest rivalry, the northern tribes in Lower Arkansas. Or rather, Red River. Yeah, there you go, Red River. He's got 4 of them up there. But anyway, we have our culture boosted on up. It's always a nice little buffer. Military points could probably get up there. We had took advantage of one of our civil chiefs, which is Medicine being all the way up here. And we were able to, before he passes away, when it's on 6, he ain't long for this world. When it's a death check, you have to roll a 6 or higher, or else he dies. So when he gets up there, he's really valuable. You want to use him as much as you can and get those action points. We did. You can see he just passed away. We stuffed him with those action points. As a matter of fact, my action points were probably about 7. We spent some, and he's there. So we're pretty good here. Military points, we could probably use a boost up. There's a phase of the game where you switch these for those, and this goes down, this goes up. I think that's during the planning phase. We could use one of those. Over here, now I have figured out a way to hammer those pesky war columns, be it from the Spanish or the North. We haven't got the colonials in here yet. That would be the East, the Federals. That's war cards. You can see here the only options we have are the Northern tribes and the Spanish from the West and South are our only opposition coming in. And they'd be coming in from here, here, and here. The East comes in from here, or I'm not sure, some other spot. Oh, up here. There you go. And we got to get into that later on in the game. We haven't made it that. We're still in our infancy when it comes to this game. Yeah, I'm sorry. Our cameras are still. We still haven't figured that out yet. So let's be beeping. What else? Okay, we got 4 rancherias on the board now. And like I said, as long as you have trade goods, horses, and guns, and pretty healthy band, you get your Dyro modifiers. You need at least 3 or 4 if you get a +4 modifier, because like I said, whenever it comes to battle, the opposition, the Northern tribes or the Spanish, you need to get a 6 or higher to win the battle. So you need Dyro modifiers, at least a 4. If you equip them with guns, horses, and we have some cards here, horsemanship for warfare, stuff like that. I got the modifier, so I want to get a modifier for almost each rancheria. I want to get them loaded with their guns and stuff. You can see here, he's short. He's got trade goods, but yeah, you want to, number 1, have a strong band, and number 2, at least have some guns and some horses for these modifiers. So that's where we're at. We want to get to Battles of Napoleon. Elau. It's up there ready to go. We got to print out the 1.5 version rules. Supposedly the rules in the box aren't no good, and the player aid cards are no good. They have to be are printed out. And I think you can tape them onto them if you get them printed out the right size. I'll have to find out what the size is that comes, if it's standard or what. But yeah, either that or just make your own with some cardboard, I guess. But anyway, yeah, nice game, a lot of money, and you got stuff you gotta do. So we'll see. It looks like a good game, though, so we're really excited about that. I don't know if it's going to fit on this table, though. We will see. We will see. All right. That's what's going on. Having a great time with Command Chariot. It's a nice day out. I've been playing this for about the last hour or two. Got some numbers to crunch for fantasy. Oh, another thing. Yeah, hold on a second. Wait, pause here real quick. Started the year off with a bang. And the thing of it is, the total prize was $10,000, but I had to split it. I wasn't unique enough. My team wasn't unique enough, but here you go. This is what we go through. And a lot of this is based on wargaming. This one right here, isn't this an alternate? As a matter of fact, I usually don't use this sheet. I got another sheet I use. I didn't have it printed out that night, and I had to go ahead and try to, here you go. Just a little hint there about Mr. Flag. Yeah, we were on it that night. Like I said, if I could have been unique, it would have been 10,000. But yeah, it is what it is, and it's a nice way to start the year. A little bonus. We'll be right back. All right, now here's my regular, I guess I don't know if you call them spreadsheets or whatever, for figuring out showdown games. But yeah, and all these numbers are known only to me. But you can tell, well, green's good, red's bad, stuff like this. You can actually see on this one, on this defense total, you can't really see it much there. Green is good. It means the guy's up against a good defense. Yellow's neutral. Red means he's up against a bad defense, so on and so forth. Down here for the other team, not good on these. But here's another one that you hardly see. Look at these defenses. Wow. Yeah, they should have won the game that night. I don't know if they did or not. I have to look and see. But anyway, there's just some stuff that we do when we're down here. Crunching numbers in the war room section of Man Cave. All right, I'm back here doing a little bit of a playthrough on our brand new card. So we've won the first. I've pretty well won the first scenario. We're going on to the second, and I think there's only a third. Yeah, there's 3 development decks. Oh, there's 4 development decks. So if you can make it to the 4th and win the prerequisites, let's see here. That'd be 1875. Here you go. Here's the victory conditions. So, who makes it to 1850? Wow, or 1875? Wow, that's a ways away. We barely got to out of the 1700s. Yeah, we barely got out of the 18th century. Would that be? Yeah. So anyway, with that showdown, with those things that I just showed you, those numbers, that is what's called a DraftKings Showdown game. And that one was basketball, but they have it for baseball, football, everything else. It's really popular. If none of you guys know how to, if you got none of anything you know about betting, but anyway, what the object is you have a game going on, like there's one going on tonight, Monday Night Football, like Pittsburgh and somebody else. But you have the option of having a team of 6 players, and you pick out who you think is going to get you the most points. I don't know, 6 players from both teams. You can't have all the players from one team. They have to have at least one player from the opposite team. So you can't stack it all into one team. I mean, I don't know if that even help you. I don't know if that'd be any good anyway. But the kickers and the defenses of the teams are also included as players. And your captain gets you the amount of points that you'd regularly get plus 1.5. So you get a 1.5 boost for whoever your captain is. And that's the strategy. You pretty well go through their history, their injuries, their opponent's defense, and all other factors, what I call die roll modifiers. It's the same thing with this game. And that's how you come through. The house is always going to win. You can never win against the house, but the only good news is you only need one win. So there you go. And then you got to take it easy with that. With all that money that I won, I think the next day I spent $8 of it to continue playing. I don't bet that much. I'm not, but the ones I do play, 2 or 3 teams a night, or I do a lot of research with, and I usually get some results. So, and when you get results like that, you can play with other people's money. So that's the main thing. All right, we'll be right back. We're gonna continue on with some Comancheria here as soon as I get back from my dog walk. All right, doggy dog responsibilities taken care of. We're back here ready to continue on with our Comanche Empire game. I want to make note. I think I might have said something before, but yeah, you want to load up these rancherias with guns and at least the 3, if not 2, strength bands or groups of warriors, and you want to have a war chief with you. If you get these die roll modifiers, we'll see what's yet to come. We've yet to deal with the U.S. forces from the east, so that's later on in the game. They're still getting themselves settled. 1750, 1799. So let's go ahead. We're at our operation selection phase. So we made it through the first, what is that, maybe 50 years? Now we're on our next 50. So next 50 years here on the plains. Culture's up. I don't know. I guess what we need to do now is get control of another area. Good luck with Lower Arkansas, or not Lower Arkansas, Red River, because they're stocked. I mean, like you said, if you can make it to the passage of time and just have at least one ravage counter, there you go. It goes all the way down here. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 5 settlements in that area. We don't want to go after that one. We're looking more towards down here in Leno Escado, I guess is what it's called. They only have 2 remaining settlements. We have our man there, but our warriors in settlement B, well, it ain't too bad. Maybe get away with something. We need to stock them on up, though. We need to go out and do a trade operation and some raiding. So trade and raiding is high on our list. We'll be right back. One of the disadvantages we have is our civil chief, our medicine B, our Parabo, as they call it. He's pretty well low rank down there, so I can only activate 1 band of warriors. Now, if he was all the way up here, I can activate everybody that's in the... But yeah, I got one that's not going to be able to be activated, so we can only do 1. I think we're going to go out and trade for guns, I think is what we're going to do. We'll trade out of this rancheria here. We'll trade with those boys here before we raid and pillage with them. So that's what we're going to end up doing. If we put him over here, we end up activating him. We'll put him with B with his 4 movement points. And I don't know if a war chief is required. Let me check that out real quick. We'll be right back. All right, the only negative is when it comes time to trade, he really ain't got nothing to trade with. It would be better to go out and raid first, get some good trade goods. But we're going to take our horses with us and go ahead and trade because we want to get those guns in there. So we will have, we've moved 1. So there's 1. Costs 1 to trade, so we'll get rid of a horses counter we got with us. Put that back in the resources. And we'll grab some guns. Now, the only way we can trade for guns is per this card that we got. We spent money on. There you go. It was the very first card. During a trade action, the player may acquire guns. So there you go. All right, we'll be right back. We've got our guns here from the old settlement. The way you do that is you put him back in there with his guns. His horses he doesn't have anymore because he used those, and you put him in the finish, so he's done for the day. Now that'll be it. That's when your medicine's that low, you're really limited on choices, what you can do. So that'll be end of that turn. Now I can spend action points. You can see I'm running a little bit low on action points because we had a little bit of a spending spree on them. But if I had more up there, I could activate any unit in association with the Rancheria B. But we don't have, we're action point poor, so we won't be taking that option. So there you go. Now also, if, just to say his medicine was up here, if this looked like this, in other words, I can get action points for all these spaces to the left, but as it is, he's down here. I got nobody there, so we will be done with that. And move the operations counter. We'll go to the operations cleanup phase. Let me see here. Yep, now all that does is he releases his guns to the resources box. Now, if anybody attacks, we will have some guns. I think that just gives us a reroll, but you can see here we got guns in each one. I'm trying to build up guns in each rancheria. That'll help when it comes to warfare. Another thing that'll help is horses. So you can see here, he's got horses. He's horse poor. We got a bunch of herds here. We need to spread this herd out to Rancheria D and B because we need to use that horse card or that horses as a requirement. So each band with horses. So we have to get horses for this 1 die roll modifier in battle. That's just what we're looking at. Having a good time with this game. I won't bore you anymore. Let me go ahead and call this a video. Having a great time, like I said. We're excited to get back, and you'll see a Battles of Napoleon Eylau, or Eylau, I don't know how to pronounce that, 1807. Excited to get to that game. We'll be back.